श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम्।
सुखं नित्यं स्वप्रकाशं व्यापकं नामरूपयोः अधिष्ठानं बुद्ध्यबोध्यं बुद्धेर्दृग्यत्तु निर्मलम् अपारं सर्ववेदान्त वेद्यं प्रत्यक्परं महः तदेवाहं न मत्तोऽन्यत् इति मे निश्चिता मतिः। We were seeing antaranga sadhanani and bahiranga sadhanani. Antaranga sadhana and bahiranga sadhana. How did we arrive to the analysis of antaranga sadhana and bahiranga sadhana? In that we had seen for adhikari, who is an adhikari? The one who is sadhana chatushtaya sampanna. Sadhana chatushtaya, viveka, vairagya, samadhi, shatka sampatti and mumukshuta. In that mumukshuta and vairagya is intent, should be intense, and it is most important. If those two are not there, other sadhanas will not be fruitful. Again, just reminding one thing, adhikara does not mean exactly qualification or eligibility. Even though we translate, we understand it in that way, how it should be understood is without adhikara, the person is not eligible or qualified for experiencing the phala or the fruits of those labors. He is not eligible for phala. For that karma, he may be eligible. For performing that particular activity, he may be eligible. But he will not gain the intended phala, the result. That's how adhikara has been defined. Now, having analyzed the adhikara, it was said these vivekadi chatushtaya, viveka, vairagya, samadhi, shatka sampatti and mukshuta, along with shravana, manana, nididhyasana and tattvam padartha shodhana. These 8 are antaranga sadhanani, and yajna, dana, tapa, these are bahiranga sadhana. What do you mean by antaranga sadhana and bahiranga sadhana? An example is given. The example is of an arrow. For arrow to reach its target, one needs to mount that arrow on the bow, pull the rope behind and let it go. So for arrow to reach that target, pulling back of that arrow and leaving it and giving that arrow certain motion or movement, all these are directly evident. Having arrow mounted on the bow, pulling it back and shooting it towards the target are directly responsible for arrow coming in contact with its target. But for these, what is primarily necessary? Having bow in your hand and arrow with you in your hand. Bow and arrow with you. So that is indirectly responsible. Just having bow and arrow in my hand is not sufficient. So having bow and arrow in my hand is indirectly responsible, but mounting it, pulling the rope back, so action of shooting and letting the arrow go is directly responsible. In the similar way, what is evident, drishtaphala, author has used this word drishtaphala. Drishtaphala, which is evident, which is seen, which can be experienced right now. And drishtaphala, what is drishtaphala here? Aparoksha jnanam is drishtaphalam. And of what it is drishtaphala? Shravana adi. It is seen that Shravana, etc., all these 8 are directly responsible or directly contribute to aparoksha jnana, aparoksha brahma sakshatkara. And yajna yagadi, etc., they are not directly responsible. That will be said later. Within these 8, there is taratamya bhava. Some are more closer and some are external. Some are more immediate and some are not. Author divided them or classified them as Viveka, Vairagya, Samadhi, Shatka, Sampatti, Mumukshuta, etc. will be responsible for Shravana. Because, and in that sense, Viveka, Vairagya, Samadhi, Shatka, Sampatti are Bahiranga with reference to Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana and Tattvam Padartha Shodhana. Now within Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana and Tattvam Padartha Shodhana is more immediate to Aparoksha Brahma Sakshatkara than Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. Now, what is the difference between Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana and Tattvam Padartha Shodhana? Separately it is taken and explained. So that topic is going to come. Having explained what is Antaranga Sadhana, now author starts explaining what is Bahiranga Sadhana. Yasya sadhanasya shravanam va jnanam va drishta prayojanam na bhavati kintu chitta shuddhi matram phalam tat jnanasya bahiranga sadhanam. Yasya sadhanasya, of that sadhana, of which the sadhana of which Shravanam, Mananam and Nididhyasana, it's a Shravana, etc., or knowledge, Jnanam, Aparoksha Brahma Jnana, is not Drishta Prayojana, is not direct Prayojana. Prayojana, Hetu, the reason for which it is taken up. Where it is not the direct Prayojana, Drishta Prayojana, but Kintu Chitta Shuddhi Matram Phalam. The result is up to Chitta Shuddhi, Antahkarana Shuddhi. Those sadhana, those means are Jnanasya Bahiranga Sadhanam. With respect to Aparoksha Brahma Jnana, they are Bahiranga Sadhana. Understand these words carefully. Jnanasya Bahiranga Sadhanam. Antaranga, Bahiranga, all these, being internal or external, if we are to translate directly in English, or being immediate and not being immediate, or being direct and being indirect. All these are relative terms. Here, those sadhanas, those means which are indirect for jnana are being referred. What are they? Evam, therefore, yajnadika karmani, बहिरंग साधनानि इति उच्यन्ते। यज्ञ दान तपः कर्म पावनानि मनीषिणाम, in Bhagavad Gita it has been said. Pavanani, they are purifying. They are not responsible for jnana. Therefore, yajnadi, yajna etc. are bahiranga sadhanani iti uchyante. They are called as indirect means. Now a question is raised. Sir, we have a doubt. All throughout Purvamimamsa or everywhere you say yajna, dana, tapa, all these karmas should be performed so that you go to Swargadika Loka, higher worlds, enjoy happiness, enjoy divine pleasures, and then come back, and those are responsible for bondage. Then how can you say performance of yajna, dana, tapa, etc. is going to give me chitta shuddhi? Author explains, यद्यपि तानि सकामस्य अनुष्ठीयमानानि संसार हेतुत्वेन बन्धाय भवन्ति न चित्तशुद्धये, तथापि यथा क्रतुश्रुत्या संयोग पृथक्त्व न्यायेन च निष्कामस्य चित्तशुद्धये भवन्ति. यद्यपि, even though, तानि यज्ञादि कर्माणि sakamasya, a person who is desirous, sakama, anushtiyamanani, when he does anusthana, when he performs those karma, samsara hetutvena bandhaya bhavanti, they become cause of bondage, because performance of those karma with desire will attain him nothing but samsara. But na chitta shuddhi, they will not be responsible for gaining chitta shuddhi, clarity and purity of our antahkarana, mind. But tathapi, even though, yathakratu shrutya, what is yathakratu shruti? It is from Chandogya Upanishad, we will see. Sanyoga pruthaktva nyayena, sanyoga pruthaktva nyayena cha, according to the rule, a general rule of sanyoga pruthaktva, nishkamasya chitta shuddhaye bhavanti. In simple terms, in detail we will see, but understand it in this way. One and the same action, if it is responsible for two different phala, for two different results, then there sanyoga pruthaktva nyaya is explained. Let's take an example so you will understand. In earlier days, when cooking was done with firewood, if you are to increase the intensity of fire, or if it starts going down, we used to blow so that all that ash which is around those coal or around that wood and the smoke will dissipate, disperse, more oxygen will be available, and fire will burn with much larger, much intensity. Now, to blow out a candle, we also blow that candle. Now the action is same. Action is same, blowing. But blowing of air in one place, at once, in one situation, in one condition, in one set of conditions, it is responsible for increasing the intensity of fire, and in other condition, it is responsible for extinguishing that fire. Extinguishing of fire and increasing the intensity of fire, both are opposite to each other. Exactly in the same way, performance of karma with desire and without desire is going to lead me to totally different and opposite results. Now, what this actually in Shastra it means? The sanyoga pruthaktva nyaya is sanyogena फल संबंध भेदेन पृथक्त्वं नानाविधत्वं। फल संबंध भेदेन संयोगेन, being responsible for enjoining or attaining to different results. Phala sambandha bhedena, phala bhedena, understand. And sanyogena, sanyoga, conjugation with separate results. Now here actually, in a sense, in Purvamimamsa, this nyaya is used for one at different places. There is one injunction, tadna juhoti. So do ahuti, do sacrifice or havana with dadna, with dadhi. And in other place, dadna indra kamasya has been enjoyed. But when it is said dadna juhoti, their use of curd, dadhi, is nitya. It should be done. But in other place, it is optional. So depending on condition and depending on different places, same thing has different injunction or results. Now, here author is not referring to this dadna, juhoti or dadna indra kamasya. He is referring to Chandogya Shruti yatha kratu. The Shruti goes like this. सर्वं खल्विदं ब्रह्म तज्जलानिति शांत उपासीत अथ खलु क्रतुमयः पुरुषः यथा क्रतुः अस्मिन् लोके पुरुषः भवति तथेतः प्रेत्य भवति सक्रतुं कुर्वीत. Earlier statement, leave it aside. अथ खलु, in this way, क्रतुमयः पुरुषः. What is Kratumayah Purushaha? Bhashyakara explains. Kratumayah Kratuprayaha Adhyavasayatmakaha Purushaha Jiva. The Purusha or Jiva here is Kratumaya. Exactly like the Nishchaya he does. Adhyavasaya Nishchaya. What he has convinced according to its conviction or his Nishchaya. Nishchaya is the best word here. What he has decided. It is a compromised word, but let's understand. According to its decision. And based on those decisions, यथा क्रतुः यादृशः क्रतुः अस्य सः अयं यथा क्रतुः. As is his desire, as is his decision, so will he be. And if यादृं निश्चयः अस्मिन् लोके जीवन इह पुरुषः भवति, and with the desires, the way he lives here, similarly, based on those desires, will he live a hereafter. What is being intended is, if you have desires while performing karma, you will gain those particular results. But if you don't have desires while performing those karma, you will gain the different result, that is Chitta Shuddhi. Sanyoga Pruthaktva Nyayena. In short, same action, Yajna, Dana, Tapa, performed with desire is responsible for bondage, and when performed without any desires is responsible for Chitta Shuddhi. How can you say so? How can one and the same action give two different results? Because the intention, the mental state behind performing those actions is different. As we had seen in the example of blowing fire, in one case it is increasing its intensity, and in other case it is extinguishing that fire. Tasmat, therefore, निष्कामस्य मुमुक्षोः चित्तशुद्धि द्वारा ज्ञानोत्पत्ति हेतुत्वात् यज्ञादीनि बहिरंग साधनानि इति। ज्ञानोत्पत्ति हेतुत्वात्, they are the hetu, cause of jnanotpatti or brahma jnana. But how? Chitta shuddhi dwara, with the intermediate state of chitta shuddhi. Indirectly, chitta shuddhi dwara. And for whom? Nishkamasya mumukshoho, for nishkama mumukshu. Only being nishkama is not enough. He should also be a mumukshu. For him, they will first lead him to chitta shuddhi. With chitta shuddhi, his desires for performance of karma, they will go away. And when those desires are dropped, reduced, he will be more and more eligible for performance of Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. Therefore, being indirectly responsible, Yajna, Dana, etc., Yajnadini, Bahiranga Sadhanani, they are indirect means. But with respect to Yajna, Dana, Tapa, Vivekadini tu antaranga sadhanani iti cha uchyante. With respect to yajna, dana, tapa, viveka, etc. are antaranga sadhana. Bahirangani viprakrushtani. Bahiranga are viprakrishta, and antarangani Sannikrishtani. Viprakrishta, Sannikrishta, indirect and direct. Antarangani Sannikrishtani, Yajnadini, Yajnadi Nikhila Karmani. Yajna Adi, Yajna, Dana, Tapa, etc. Nikhila Karmani, all those actions, that sadhana. What is required if I am to perform a yajna? Tat sadhana means for performance of yajna are vitta, dara, putradini cha nishesham yah sanyasyati. No, not everyone is eligible for performing a yajna. Certain Agni Karyas are given for a brahmachari. But if I am to perform any yajna, first and foremost thing that is required is having a wife. And not just that, first vitta, enough wealth is required. Dara, wife is required. Then for certain karma, putra is required. When all these are conducive, then alone I will be eligible for performance of a yajna. Now the one, yaha, the one who, yajnadi nikhila karmani, all these yajna, dana, yajnadika karma, etc. The instruments or the means which are required for performance of those karma, that is wealth, wife, child, all those, or his son, all these, nishesham sanyasyati, he gives them up or gives the desire for them up, nishesham, without leaving anything behind, completely, totally. Saha eva, that person alone, ज्ञाने उत्तमाधिकारी. For gaining moksha or gaining Brahma Jnana, he is Uttama Adhikari, most eligible person. Why? Jnanadhikarini yajnadinam asambhavat tani bahirangani iti uchyante. Jnanadhikarini, in the one who is responsible, the one who is adhikari for jnana, the one who is eligible to gain the result of Brahmajnana, result that is Brahmajnana. Yajna, in that person, Yajnadinam asambhavat. It is never possible to see Yajnadika karma being performed that person. Why? Because he does not have any desire to perform those karma. The desires itself have gone away. Then why would he perform? Then for such a person, Yajnadika karmas will be Bahiranga sadhanani. And they being Bahiranga, he should not perform them. Now, how we have come step by step, directly, indirectly, directly, indirectly, or indirectly, directly, indirectly, directly, in those steps. Let's go back and understand. Before we go further, let's understand it that way. First of all, how we study. We are told perform karma yoga. What is karma yoga? Nishkama karma anusthana. Performance of nishkama karma anusthana is going to lead me to chitta shuddhi. That chitta shuddhi is going to be responsible for shravana, manana, nididhyasana. How can you say so? Because only a person who has given up desires for worldly pleasures, he alone will attentively listen to what is being told by Upanishads, etc. Otherwise, whatever he is being listening to or whatever he listens to will be apadata. It's like sprinkling of water. He is not going to get immersed in that. A very beautiful example I heard of in this reference. If you see on shoreline where many stones are there is a region where only splashes of water reach. When high tide comes, during that time, those stones are wet. But as the tide recedes, they completely dry down. They are dry. But those which are inner, even inside in the lowest low tide, where those stones which are deeper into the ocean, they are always wet. They never go dry. Similarly, a person who is living in the world, who has not given up desires for the worldly pleasures, when he is listening to, he has that vairagya. But after Shravana is over, after that particular time period is over, he is completely dry. But those who have immersed themselves, those who think or listen to only Vedanta, only Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana as the means those who have taken up, for them alone, it is going to be fruitful. That is the comparison. So we are like those stones which are receiving splashes of water. While we are listening, while we are thinking, okay, we are not totally dry, but we are not totally immersed also. Anyways. Now, why viveka, etc. is antaranga sadhana. Author explains, vivekadinam antaranga sadhanatva nirupanam. Vivekadinam jnanadhikarini sambhavat tani antarangani ti uchyante. Viveka, etc. being seen in the person who is eligible for Brahma Jnana. Those Viveka, Vairagya, etc. are said to be Antaranga Sadhana. Atra cha ayam visheshaha. This is the uniqueness, this is the speciality. What is that? Vivekadinam Shravane Upayuktatvat. Vivekadi are helpful, instrumental in Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. As we had seen, as our Viveka, Vairagya, Samadhi, Shatka, Sampatti, Mukta increases, all our unnecessary actions, unnecessary karma, that gets reduced, and more time is available for us to do Shravana, Manana, and Nididhyasana. Now, Shravanadinam cha jnane viniyuktatvat. Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana is going to lead me to Aparoksha Brahmajnana or Brahmajnana. Therefore, Vivekadini apeksha Shravanadini antaranga sadhanani. With respect to Viveka, Vairagya, etc., Shravana, Manana are more direct. Viveka, Vairagya, this is not going to lead me to Brahmajnana. Let's understand this and let's be clear. Just because I have Viveka or I have Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti does not mean I will gain Atmajnana, Brahmajnana. Brahmajnana will only be gained only after Mahavakya, Shravana, Tattvam, Padartha, Shodhana, etc., where all these samshayas from my mind have gone away and Akhandakara Karita Chitta Vritti takes place. Now, Vivekadinam Shravane Upayuktatvat has been said. How are they responsible? It is said, Loke Shastrajnah api Vivekmatra Yuktaha api Atyanta Vishyasaktah san Kamya Karmasu Pravartate. As we had seen earlier, let's understand a businessman. Businessman has that acumen. He knows what is good for me, what is bad for me. So he has Viveka. He has Vairagya for unnecessary activities. He will not waste his time doing unnecessary activities. He will perform only those actions which are going to improve or expand his business. So in those terms, he has Viveka, Vairagya, Samadhi, Shatka, Sampatti. But that does not mean he is going to take to Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. But without Vivekadi, no one can take to Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. The one who has taken to Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, to a certain extent, he has all these qualities. Then Vivekadini tu tadapekshaya bahirangani. Viveka, etc., with respect to Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana are bahiranga sadhana. But even though they are bahiranga with respect to Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, Sarvaved Yadyapi Sarva Vedant Sarvatra Vedanta Shastreshu Jnanam Prati Vivekadini अंतरंग साधनत्वेन एव उक्तानि न बहिरंग साधनत्वेन. Even though सर्वत्र वेदांत शास्त्रेषु, everywhere in Vedanta, for knowledge, for Brahma Jnana, Viveka etc. have been explained or described them as Antaranga Sadhana, not as Bahiranga Sadhana. Yadyapi, even though Viveka, Vairagya, Samadhi, Shatka, Sampatti have been explained to be directly responsible, eligible for Brahma Jnana and not as indirect, तथापि विवेकादीनां हि ज्ञाने अंतरंग साधनीभूत श्रवणम एव प्रत्यक्षम फलम. Don't take them to be immediately responsible for Brahma Jnana. Viveka, Vairagya, Samadhi, Shatka, Sampatti, for these, what is Pratyaksha Phalam? Antaranga Sadhani Bhuta Shravanam Eva Pratyaksha Phalam. Having Viveka, Vairagya, Samadhi, Shatka, Sampatti, Mukshuta is responsible for Shravana alone and not Jnanam. This is the classification. Here author has critically analyzed and separated them. Why? Because there should not be any doubt or misconception or idea in our mind. Now, this analysis, as far as what I have seen, is not verily done. Why? Because it is not required in those places. But here author, as in the beginning, in the beginning we had seen, author said, I am going to go into detail and explain. Let's go further. Shravanadivat. Similarly to Shravana, Vivekadini api jinyasuna mumukshuna avashyam adartavyani eva. Natu yajnadivat hatavyani. Like Shravanadivat, like Shravana etc., Vivekadini api. Now, don't underestimate Viveka Vairagya. Just because now I have explained Viveka Vairagya is external, indirect for Jnana with respect to Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. Don't give them up. Don't lose reverence, respect for those means. Jidnyasuna, the one who is Jidnyasu, desirous of knowing Brahman, the one who is Mumukshu, desirous of moksha, by him, Viveka, etc., should be revered and he should put forth effort to have those qualities. He should not give them up like Yajna, Dana, Tapa. Natu Yajna Divat Hatavyani. Even don't say that because Yajna, Dana, Tapa, all these karma, those were Bahiranga Sadhana. That's why you told them to give those up. Now you have told them Viveka Vairagya are Bahiranga Sadhana. But even though these have been told as Bahiranga Sadhana, don't give them up. Because they are Bahiranga only with respect to Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. In conclusion, because they should be taken up, they should be performed, adartavyani, they should be revered by the one who is desirous of gaining Brahmajnana or moksha, tasmat karana, therefore, yajnadi apekshaya, with respect to yajna, dana, karma, antarangatvacha, they being internal, mean immediate, tani antaranga sadhanani iti uchyante. Viveka Vairagya are antaranga sadhana. What have we seen? In short, Viveka, Vairagya, Samadhi, Shatka, Sampatti, Mumukshutta, these four, and the other four are Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, and Tattvam Padartha Shodhana. Author said all these eight are Antaranga Sadhana, and Yajnadika Karma are Bahiranga Sadhana. How did he define Antaranga Sadhana and Bahiranga Sadhana? For those Brahmajnana as a phala, as a result, is evident, those means are Antaranga Sadhana, and for which the result, that is Brahmajnana, is indirect, those are Bahiranga Sadhana. Therefore, Yajnadika Karma, being responsible for Chitta Shuddhi, they were Bahiranga Sadhana, but Shravana Manana etc. or Vivekadi Chatushtaya and Shravana Manana Nididhyasana, Tattvam Padartha Shodhana were Antaranga Sadhana. Within those Antaranga Sadhanas, author explained, even though we consider Viveka, Vairagya, Samadhi, Shaddha, Sampatti, Mumukshutta as Antaranga Sadhana, they are not directly responsible for Brahmajnana. With respect to Shravana Manana Nididhyasana, they are Bahiranga, but just because they are Bahiranga, they should not be given up like Yajnadika etc. Why? Because they are required and they should be taken up, they should be performed by the one who is Jidnyasu and Mumukshu. Therefore, consider them to be Antaranga. I have just differentiated them in between themselves. Why? Because we should have clarity of understanding in knowing what is directly responsible, what is the Sakshat Sadhana for Jnana. Again now later, author, we are in next topic, author is going to explain how Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, they also are not directly responsible for moksha or aparoksha brahmajnana. Forget moksha, aparoksha brahmajnana. How? Let's just understand it this way. For jnana, pramana is required. For jnana, pramana. For knowledge, means are required. Pramayaha asadharanam karanam pramanam. That which is directly responsible for gaining brahmajnana. Nowhere in pramanas which have been accepted by Vedanta, Shravanam is included. What pramana, what is the means of knowledge that we consider as the in highest regard, that is Shabda Pramana. Shabda Pramana is going to lead me to Brahmajnana, not Shravana. But Shravana is assist me in that Shabda. So Shravana is not that. So Shravana is not Pramana, but Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, all these three is going to be helpful in removing the doubts pertaining to Brahmajnana. How is it? What the analysis is, that we will see next time. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Samastaloka Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastaloka Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastaloka Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.
हरिओम गुरुजी।
हरि